What's up guys, it's Clay here with Verus Engineering. Today I've got a really special video planned for you. We just picked up our 2020 Toyota Supra yesterday. I have not had the pleasure of driving it yet, but my plans for the day, I am going to take the car out for a spin. I'll give you my initial feedback on the car, and then I'm going to have Eric and Paul do the same so you can get feedback from three different aspects of the car. My initial thoughts on the car, I really do like the heads-up display. That is a really cool feature. I know that the Corvettes have had this for a while, but I'm just a really big fan of the heads-up display. It looks a lot like a BMW straight through here. As we know, this is on a BMW power plant, but I really do like the interior of this car. The seats are very comfortable. Steering wheel, much set up like a BRZ kind of cockpit stance there. I guess let's take it out and see what I think. But something I just noticed that this car does have, it has the new auto start stop technology. So when you're stopped at a stoplight, it will cut the engine off a little bit, so you're not wasting gas sitting there in traffic. Just something to kind of think about. Heads up display is actually even showing me what the speed limit is on the current road I'm at. That's a very cool feature as well, because sometimes when you're driving down the road, you see the speed limit sign, then you don't see another one for another 5-6 miles. You don't know what the speed limit is sometimes, and this is very helpful. The touchscreen dash is very nice. You also have a control down here as well, so you do have both options to control that. It looks very user-friendly. I haven't had a chance to play with that yet, so I'll probably do that here later. And yes, this whole video I am under the speed limit or at the speed limit, just to let you guys know. I'm coming to a stop sign really quick. I got a perfect straight, so let's punch it and see what she's got from 0. Little bit of tire squeal going into second. Brakes feel really good. Brakes feel really good actually. I'm actually very impressed with those brakes, but is a new car, should have good brakes. Car's not blazing fast, which we kind of all knew that, but these engines are capable of high levels of torque as well as horsepower, which a lot of these drag racing guys have already been finding out with these cars. So we'll kind of let the power guys handle that while we handle the aero side of things. I know Eric and Paul have some really cool ideas already working up on this car. We did have it up on the lift yesterday. I don't know if Eric got any scan data or anything like that, but I'm sure he will get that here soon so we can get some prototype parts on this car. So something I just noticed, Eric actually mentioned this yesterday when he drove the car home from the dealership. There is a lane keep assist. It uses lasers on the front of the car to read your lane markings, and then basically what that's going to do, if I swerve out of my lane without signaling, it'll actually gently put you back in your lane. I say gently, but it is kind of scary the first time that you notice it. Let's go around the curve here. There we go. Stability control. So another thing with the lane keep assist, I just noticed, it actually vibrates your steering wheel too to alert you that it's keeping you in your lane. I'm not really sure how I like that, but it's a safety feature. It's going to help keep you safe. All right, just put her in manual mode for the first time. Drop her down a few gears. Let's go into second. All right, so in manual mode, to me, I like the feel of a hard shift. I like to be able to feel it go into a higher gear. This car seems very fluid and it shifts gears very smoothly. Woo! Ooh, I love that little backfire. So heading back to the shop, getting ready to pull in the shop here in a few minutes. Give you my initial thoughts on the car. I like the car a lot. I think it's very visually appealing, and with our aero put on this car, it's gonna look amazing. We got very lucky. We got the color we wanted, which is the, not the asphalt gray, I forget the name of the color exactly, but it is the darker gray color. Interior is all black, which we like as well. We're not a big fan of that red interior. To each their own though. But my initial feelings on the car, it's going to be a great platform to modify, much like the FRS BRZ platform was, in my opinion. I feel like the FRS BRZ guys, as they get older, this is going to be like the perfect platform for them. It's going to be a little bit quicker, it's newer, it's got more technology on it. But it is missing that manual 6-speed gearbox that we all love so much, but this is quicker on the track, which that's what we're doing here. We're building race cars. Power, like I said, we'll let those guys, the drag guys, figure that out. That's easy there. But the aero suspension upgrades, I'm not sure if we'll get into suspension much with this car. We might, who knows? But I think there's promise there. So now, once I get back into the shop here, I'm gonna pull Eric, pull out whoever wants to drive the car next, and we'll get an engineer's feedback on this thing. Backup camera with your grid lines makes parking very easy. I like that. I do miss that, not having this in my BRZ. Put her in park. Back at the shop, let's go grab one of the guys.
That's weird. So I guess first thing, just looking on the inside, it's overall pretty nice. I like the interior. Pretty clean, simple, which I like simple. Not quite sure what the hell this is, what it's doing like that. Seems weird to access anything in here from the driver. But yeah. One thing already that would annoy me driving this every day is it's also nice. The heads-up display tells you the speed limit and then flashes when you're going over the speed limit, and I normally drive over the speed limit. Guess I should put it in manual mode. It's supposed to be a fun car. It's pretty quick. Not bad for a stock car. Felt like traction control kicked on. It's pretty cool out though. I think it's, I don't know, this thing might actually say the temperature. Yeah, it's 54 out. So that's pretty cool. So maybe it hit traction control. It's probably turning off traction control button somewhere around here. Let me see if I hold that down again. Toyota Supra safety deactivated. So now everything's deactivated. Yeah, it's pretty quick. Fun little car. Not bad. Probably turn it back on because, you know, why not? Car overall drives pretty nice, especially in, I think, auto mode. Maybe that's what I'm in now. I don't know. Yeah, I'm in auto mode. The lane stuff's pretty impressive. Even though something like that just automatically straightened me out on the road. Apparently if I don't have my hand on the wheel though, it does not do it. Which I guess you should always have your hands on the wheel. I like the amount of headroom. It's pretty nice. The real key though will be seeing how the car acts on the street. Or I mean on the track, not the street. We've seen a few of them out on track and they seem to be pretty damn fast, so we'll find out. Ours will be out at Putnam soon, so we can see what kind of lap times we can get out of her. She only has 57 miles on her currently, so let's see what things we have on here. System settings, driving information, sport displays. What is, oh, it's kind of cool. tells what torque and horsepower you're making. Let's see what that does. Oops. Let's drop her down in gear. Do a little third gear pull. Says 339 horsepower. It's pretty cool. Split screen. Oh, that's cool. What can I? Map facing north. Aero display. Position. Onboard info. Trip computer. Media radio. This is kind of cool though. You can have like the radio and your power displays at the same time up. Oh, the weather. That's kind of cool. Supposedly it'll be 37 for a low tonight. That's kind of interesting. But it does all of that. So there's no one behind me. Apparently car turns off when you're at a stop. That's really annoying. I hate cars that do that. It's good for the environment though. So I just tried to switch lanes without using turn signal, normal BMW stuff. And it didn't really want to let me do it because I didn't have my turn signal on, which I probably should, switching lanes, but so it is really hard to see. Oh, we still have the sticker on here. Oh, there we go. That makes it a million times easier to see. Look at that. Maybe if you take the stuff off it, you're supposed to. So we can see tire temperatures. This will be pretty nice for the track, depending on how accurate it is. We can see real-time pressures and temperature. So back to the shop. Backup camera. Pretty nice, pretty standard, but it looks nice. Being a terrible person who can't really back up well, this actually works pretty well. Boop. Overall, car's nice. It'll be fun to see what it runs at the track and start adding parts to it. Probably get our data acquisition on it so we can take data on some before and afters, get the car scanned in so we can start doing aero development. Be cool.
Clay, dude, I don't know what the hell you want me to say. Car feels really nice. I don't know. Feels like a really high-end car. The heads-up display is really cool. The lack of interior buttons also cool. I like that. The brake is very firm, at least on street driving. I've heard on track gets a little mushy, but while driving it around town, it's pretty firm and feels pretty solid. The transmission shifts very nicely as far as being an automatic goes. I really like the heads-up display. It's the first car I've ever driven with a heads-up display. It's pretty cool that you don't have to take your eyes off the road to see the mile per hour, that type of stuff. The exhaust actually sounds pretty cool for being a factory car. If I was to keep it or drive it all the time, I'd probably keep it factory because it's got a decent sound to it. And it sounds pretty cool, in my opinion. The pops and crackles, that's pretty cool as well. Not sure what to think about the lane departure keep or whatever it's called. It definitely changes the steering wheel, so it messes with you a little bit and caught me off guard when I was driving it back to the shop. If you try to go off lane, it'll put you back right into the lane, which I think it's really cool, but it catches you off guard. See if I can show you again. So we'll let go and it'll, oh, nope, didn't do it that time. It's basically driving itself right now. That is nuts. And there's a policeman. This, the kind of divider here in the center kind of blocks you from the shifter. That's really weird. It definitely looks like it was made for right-hand drive, not left-hand drive, because I mean, Granted, you're not shifting very often, but it seems kind of odd to me to have it there and weird. The seats are fairly comfortable and the steering wheel is really nice. I like it at least. Downshifts are crispy. It definitely does not seem like an automatic. It seems more like a PDK or a dual clutch or whatever you would like to call it. So far, I am not a big fan of the way that the exterior looks, but the interior, not bad. It's definitely minimalistic as far as buttons and material choices, but overall, pretty happy for a sports car. It's nice, gets the job done. Let's do a little second gear roll on. Yeah, it's got power, that's for sure. Significantly more than the Cayman or the BRZ. But overall, I mean, the car's pretty cool. Granted, the car's only got 60 miles on it, so not much can be said at this time, but for Clay's intro thoughts, and it's my intro thought, I think it's a pretty nice car. Time will tell if it's actually worth the price tag, but it's definitely not nice. Those upshifts are fast. That's fairly impressive. And it lost traction in first and second. Yeah, it's definitely got some power. I really do actually like the transmission somehow. I thought that was the biggest thing, that why would you put an automatic in a car that should at least have a dual clutch, but honestly it behaves very nicely. Would I enjoy a manual? Yes, for sure, but on track it's definitely going to be quicker with this kind of transmission. That's just no doubt about it. It just makes it easier to drive, to be honest. But if it had a manual gearbox, it would definitely be a lot more fun, a lot more engaging. And sadly, that is not how the car world is going. It's going towards automatics, but there still are a few manuals around. So there's always that, I guess. There you go, Clay. I hope you enjoyed it.
In the fresh BMW. First time. Nice. Visibility doesn't seem too bad, except the old back, but she probably got blind spot monitors or something like that, right? Nice sound on startup. See if we can move ourselves into a more normal position for the old giraffe legs I got. Perfect. Ooh, the auto stop is not the best. Oh yeah, 8 speeds, yes. Freaky fresh. Go ahead and do a little brake test. Oh yeah. Yeah, they work quite well. Oh yeah. She sounds good and she moves quite briskly. I like the interior. It's relatively simple. We don't have really any roads to truly test the turning, but feels good enough. Definitely stable, but we're also doing 37 miles an hour, so the real test will be at some proper speed. But boy, it sounds good. Those downshifts are impressive. I mean, that is quick. Little crackle. Oh, that lane assist stuff is weird. Not used to that at all. That's crazy. That is crazy. It's a nice street car for, I mean, you'd really have to take it on a nice long cruise around a good plethora of different roads, but I mean, it's comfortable. This road isn't too bumpy. I'm not gonna take it on one of Indiana's finest roads, but yeah, that heads-up display is pretty awesome. I'm sure you could probably get it to show revs too, which would be helpful. Carbon looks sweet on, I mean, it's carbon, so carbon looks sweet on the center console for sure. I think it's a hatchback, so nice and practical, but it's comfy. Not a big BMW fan, but I'm impressed and I like it. I do have enough room in here, which is very nice. I can completely extend my legs. I mean, I'm all the way back, but almost all the way back, I guess. Yeah, that's impressive. It's impressive packaging. Plenty, a little bit plenty of headroom, but if I can fit in it, then pretty much anyone can, except the width. I don't have too much width on me, but I feel good in these seats, that's for sure. Very comfortable.